What's going on, guys? McSkillet here with another CSGO video, and today I'm doing a video on 5 CSGO skins that greatly went up in price. I've been trying to do a video on this for a while, but I didn't really know how you would find the price history for items that can't even be sold on the Steam market anymore. But I finally figured out a way to find the prices for those, so now I can have an accurate video on skins that greatly went up in price for CSGO. I'm going to be covering basically the 5 main gun skins that have gone up in price by a lot. In this video, some of these skins used to cost a fraction of what they do now, so without further ado, let's get right into the first skin. Now the first skin I'm going to cover in this video is the AK-47 Fire Servant Minimal Wear. I'll cover the non-stat track one first, as you can see here, and then I'll go over the increases on the stat track version. For the non-stat track version of the minimal wear skin, the skin used to cost $30 and now it costs $270. That's a $240 increase, or a 900% increase. And everything in the Operation Bravo case has greatly gone up in price because those cases rarely ever drop. Surprisingly, I actually got a drop for Operation Bravo case around a month ago, so it is still possible to get them. It's just really rare. It's probably the best thing you can get from a drop since there's no operation going on right now. But everything in that case has gone up in price a lot. The Factory New Fire Serpents haven't really gone up in price too much compared to the percentage of the minimal wear one, because Factory New Fire Serpents, people used to not know how to craft them in trade ups, but a couple months ago people figured out how to do that. So I'm only going to cover the minimal wear ones because the Factory New ones are kind of like screwed around with the prices because of the trade up stuff. Alright, now for the stat track minimal wear AK Fire Serpent, it was a little bit more difficult for me to find the price data because this skin is no longer sold on the Steam market. It's worth too much to be sold at the Steam market because the Steam market has a max value of $400. You cannot sell anything that's worth a good amount more than that on the Steam market. But for items that have been sold on the Steam market in the past and are no longer sold there, you can actually still find the price history of it by entering the specific URL into your web browser, and then you'll get the raw data of every single time that skin has been sold on the Steam market. And as you can see, I highlighted the part at the top where the AK Fire Serpent was selling at $196 to around $230, and it actually was basically at $200 at the lowest point. So the stat track minimal wear version of the Fire Serpent went from $200 to $900, which is what it's at now, which is a $700 increase, or a 450% increase. Next up, we have the Op Dragonlore Factory New, and the original price for this, if you look at the very top of the price data, it seemed to sell for around $350, maybe up to $400, but nowadays this skin's traded on OP Skins or Reddit for around $1,500, kind of depends on the float though, but that's around a $1,150 increase, or a 425% increase, so this skin went up quite a lot, of course. And the interesting thing is, if you look at the price data, you can still see that some of these are traded on the market. In fact, one of these was sold on the market for $391 on December 22nd. As you can see, there's a lot of new players to this game that don't really know that these skins are worth a lot more than $400. So if you get a skin that you don't see anyone else selling on the Steam market, I would highly not suggest you sell it on the Steam market unless you really know what you're doing, because if it's selling like an Op Dragonlore, you're basically selling it for $1,100 less than what it's really worth, and you're not even getting real cash for that anyway. So make sure you know what you're doing before selling on the Steam market. But anyway, when these skins are sold on the Steam market, like recently, people market bought them, so they're bought instantly by people that then resell those for a lot of profit. So that's why you will never be able to see these, because they are bought instantly by market bots, which is against Steam terms of service, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so the next skin is still sold on the Steam market, so I got the nice little graph there. You don't have to look at the scary raw data. But this is the M4A1S Knight, of course, which used to cost $33 and now it costs $330, which is a $300 increase, or a 1000% increase. And the reason this skin went up in price so much is because it trades up to the Op Dragonlore. That is the main reason, because it's in the Cobblestone collection, and it has to be kind of proportional to the Op Dragonlore price, because if someone tried to trade up 10 of these, they would get guaranteed profit otherwise. But at the moment, it would not be very profitable to trade up 10 of these. The Op Dragonlore is actually worth half of what that would cost. But anyway, this skin still went up in price by a lot, mainly due to the Dragonlore trade up. But yeah, that's the M4A1S Knight. Okay, so this next skin has the highest percent increase out of any of the skins in this video. I think it's the highest increase out of any skin for CSGO. The Glock Fade used to cost $12, and now it actually sells on the market for $240. So that's a 2,000% increase. If you mass bought a lot of these a long time ago, you would be quite a rich person today because of how much the skin has went up in price, as you can see there. And the reason behind this price increase is because the Glock Fade was from one of the very first collections for CSGO that no longer drops, and this is a very highly desired skin for a lot of people, so the price has just continued the increase pretty much. So finally we have the M4A4 HAL factory new. There's too much price data for me to put the entire price data history on the screen, but I took a small portion of it where I found where the price was stabilized before the skin was contraband, and it was selling for $50, even a couple times less than $50, but I'll just round that to around $50. And the reason the skin went up in price so much is because it was removed from CSGO. You can no longer get the skin from a case, and you cannot get it from trade-ups either. You can only get it from ones that have already been unboxed. You would have to have them traded to you, so that's why the value of the skin went up so much. And it also used to be sold on the Steam market a lot, but then the M4A1S was nerfed, and the M4A4 skins went up in price a ton, especially the M4A4 HAL. So now no one really sells these on the Steam market, and they're usually traded for 200 keys or more, depending on the float value, of course. Now the StatTrak version of the M4A4 HAL also went up in price a lot, and as you can see, it used to cost around $220 to $300. I just rounded to around $250 to make it easy on the math, but now it costs around $1,500, so that's a $1,250 increase, or a 600% increase. And for a very low float version of this skin, it would cost over $2,000 because the float makes a very big difference in how clean the HAL is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I tried to make this video the best I could, tried to get all of those accurate price datings for even skins that aren't sold in the market anymore. But that's pretty much it for the video, and I'm McSkillet, and I'm out.